All right. Looks like we're recording. Hello. It's been a while. I apologize for the constant hiatuses, hiatusi, whatever the plural of hiatus is, but I'm back again to hopefully get this thing roughly finished with, or I think we'll probably get it to the point where I'm going to export it and show you that process and then have it be ready. But we'll see. It depends on how long it takes. I put a new processor in my computer and it's been running much better as of late, which is great, and makes these videos hopefully easier. We're going to test that out right now because I haven't tried doing one since I put it in. And a new processor is a good thing. I wasn't using like anything major powerhouse before, and it's not like this one is the best thing ever, but it's significantly better. And at the price point I bought it, it is an AMD FX 8 something 53, but that, yeah, it's an AMD processor that is better than my old one, which was the Phenom 2 or something. But yeah, I've stuck that in there, did some computing and yada yada, and here we are. Let's dive back into this song. It's a pretty cool one. Well, that's pretty cool. The only thing I was thinking, like really significant on anything, it's not really super significant, but I was thinking of putting a layer, because that lead, I like it, and this is kind of something I end up doing a lot. I find this is a free synth. I'll use it. Whoopsie. Okay. SQ8L. It's just a lot of pretty stereotypical 80s sounds, and it's free, so I don't remember the link exactly, just kind of search around for it on the internet. I'm sure you can find it, just like SQ8L VST, and you'll probably find some place where you can get it. Basically right now I'm just going to make, I like to make a lead in Harmor and then take that and find a preset in some other synth and just kind of layer that on top. And so I'll call that lead layer. That way kind of I make something and then I write my little solo or lead or whatever, and then I layer it on top of like a stereotypical sound, you know. Well, maybe. I don't know. Let's see how it sounds higher. I don't know. That's kind of cool. Except for since it's not an FL native plugin, you can't do bends like that with this, because that's not how that works. I think I might like that though. Once it's mixed in a little bit better. Let's route it here. Whoops. I was talking, but no one was listening. That a little. High pass. Well, ooh. We're going to need to make that fade out, since this one fades out with the bend note. See, the velocity fades out. That's why I like to write stuff in Harmor, because it's like, it's easier to do that. But plus, you get some of your own sound mixed in with a sound that's more recognizable. Than you kind of mix yourself with what people expect to hear, and it is good for making sounds and being familiar while being different. And that is, from a business standpoint, what your music should do. Be unique without being really foreign. Unless you want to be really foreign, in which case, go for it. Make whatever you want. That's what music's about. So, I'm going to take a fruity balance, which in FL12, I'll just mention this while I'm doing it. FL12 balance, I think, I don't know if it installs with it, but since if you do like a in-depth scan or whatever they call it in the plugin finder or whatever, you can find that and then drag it in and save it as a sorry, I'm doing things while I'm thinking. Save it as a flag, as a preset or whatever, I think. Yeah, add to plugin database flag as favorite. And then I like balance. It's because it's for fading out and stuff like that. I guess you could ask, and I can do like a tutorial about that if anybody desires that. I like this three-step. this is an interesting idea. Yeah, I think that helps a little. Once we stick a bunch of delay on it. All the synthwave sort of stuff has a lot of delay. Yeah, I think that adds to it. I like that. I'm not going to go crazy in depth in this. I'm just going to kind of listen, and if I hear something, I'll kind of EQ it out. But overall, this is not in terrible shape. I'm not going to make this like a full-length song. It's kind of a short little thing. Like this sort of stuff, I don't really have an issue with right now. It's pretty good. I'm going to auto-name all these for whatever reason. Well, I don't think that's too bad. I mean, for a simple song, and obviously you could decorate this a significant amount more, but just covering basic ideas, I think this has a pretty fair grasp. One thing that I would probably do if I wasn't trying to sort of limit the time on this, you can on Patcher, say for this lead, I made some things here, mid-side EQ, but in compression, This is a or a preset that it comes with a patcher, and what it is a mid-side compressor. But you can just, delete these, and add a EQ, two EQs, and now you have a mid-side EQ, and that's basically the preset that I have here, that I made. And that's helpful. Right-clicking this, you can mute the mid or the side. I'm just going to use my preset, so since I labeled it. But it's essentially the same thing. I just labeled the top and the bottom. And then, what did I even put this on? The lead. Okay, so that's the mid. So you can't press spacebar to pause or stop. That's one thing that's a little annoying when you're in a patcher EQ or patcher plugin of anything, which is kind of annoying. But what I like to do with these is, and I mean, I end up loading up a lot of things, just pretty much every, not necessarily every track, but if there's a stereo track that I feel like it could use less bass in the side or more stuff kind of taken out here and there, things are howling, etc., you just can basically, one thing to note, the side EQ does not have any sort of visualization because of just how the display works. Is programmed to only display, I guess, presumably just whatever the mid is, so it doesn't display anything for the side, which is the only thing that is coming through this side, or this chain, so it doesn't display anything, but it does work. I like to just put a bit of low just out until you kind of start to hear it, because you don't need to muddy up the side. It's wider if you keep it like high stuff in the side, and you're lower. Well, you want it to sound good in mono too, so you want your side to be relatively full, but just that richness that comes in the stereo, you gotta kind of do a little bit of EQing to get it. And that's a pretty rough version of it, but it's very subtle, but it kind of tightens it up. I'm just kind of doing that sort of thing on like all of these little leads and everything, kind of tightens up the mix. And just if you think, it doesn't seem tight enough, it doesn't seem clean enough, but I don't know what else to do. I've EQ'd, I've done compression, yada yada. What else should I do? This is one trick, the mid-side EQ. And it's not like it's going to use a ton of your CPU either, because it's just two EQs and whatever this was, stereo tool, stereo, whatever it's called. But yeah, it works. that's one extra way, one extra tool you can use. And for now, yeah, I'll just kind of wrap up how I'm going to export this as for mastering, and then that'll be it for this video. And hopefully this week I can finish up and show you the mastering. You can just do this in this file technically, because if you have enough of your CPU resources, which I probably could. Like, I'm not really hurting for CPU since I got a new processor. What up? But, you know, not everybody has a new processor. So, yeah, but, yeah, so you can export them out as waves and then work on it like that, and it's kind of helpful just because it kind of segments your work process, workflow. So I have all these are all my instruments. They're all routed to my instrument bus. I have all these drums. Oh, not that one. Routed to the drum bus. Routed to the drum bus, yes. And here they're routed to the effects bus. Not that one, though. What is that? Oh, yeah, that's just a reverse crash. I guess I'll put it in effects. Teal noise. Go in effects. Yeah, so now all of these, one thing to note, if you have a lot of CPU heavy plugins and then you route them to a bus, that limits your CPU's ability to allocate your resources to separate cores in your processor. So when you're not exporting out, you could probably just route them to the master. And then when you want to export it, you just route them to your bus and then export, which I will do in a second. And I realized that was a lot of technical mumbo-jumbo. But, yeah, if you don't get it, just ask, and I'll try to make it seem like it's not just a bunch of big words. Because big words are scary. I know it is. But yeah. So yeah, for now, let me know. It'll cut off my microphone if I do that. So I will sign off now, and then I will show you how I'm going to export it. So first, I will sign off. I will say bye-bye, and let me know if you have any questions. Like the video, I guess. Comment and watch the other videos and stuff like that. And ask me a question if you want to, or if you have a question or anything like that, because I'll listen and I'll try to help you out. Ooh, it looks like this CPU might have... Maybe I hear some clicking. Something's peaking. Let's try... Is it better? Okay, yeah. Something was weird. I think it's just because it was recording. But, yeah, anyway. Yeah, so, yeah, any questions? Yada, yada, whatever. So, here, I'm going to export as a wave. It's going to export all of these tracks, though, is the only thing to note. And then I just go through and pick... It'll render it as, like, tutorial series 2 _ whatever the track name is. And really the only ones you need are drum instrument effects or whatever other buses you have, and you can just delete the rest. It is a great way to fill up your recycle bin, I will say, and this is a little annoying, to be honest. I was mastering a bunch of crap like this, and it eats up a lot of space pretty quick. So one thing to note, I guess. But I'll just do this in this tutorial, and that'll be enough to kind of decide whether it's an idea that you are interested in or not. And yeah, so I'll get into that. I'll click what it takes to click to do that. And then, yeah, so export, wave, I'm going to cut off, so bye-bye. Oh, I haven't cut off yet. I guess I can go to, I'll put this on the desktop in a new folder. I'll call it rendered waves. And now I'm going to cut off. Yeah, just save it. It'll be that name underscore track title. And then make sure you put this in its own folder because it's going to render like a bunch of different waves, all of which you can delete except for your buses. So here this goes, and this will conclude my video for the most part until I click around a few things in this thing. So pay attention to that, and then you may go. You are dismissed. Okay, bye-bye. Oh, never mind. I thought it would cut off. So, yeah, mode, full song, wave, split mixer tracks. That's the only thing you need to fill in. And then this is going to be a long render, probably. And just hit start and ba-bang.